Alright, that's all done, and they're all in this pot over here, soaking in water. Now we got to do the same thing with these onions. It's easy to do. We're just going to cut these up like this, and that. Actually, first we're going to cut off the ends. That would, make sense. And then take off the skin, of course, outer peel. Okay, and we're going to do the same thing with them that we did with the potatoes. But make sure after you're done with the potatoes that you at least rinse this out a little bit. It can be a little bit wet, but make sure you at least rinse it out, and make sure you got some paper towels, tissue, something ready, because once you open this up, it's not going to be fun. So, here we go. Go. Alright. Well, that's, kind of faultless. Woo! Okay, yeah. Those onions are getting to me already. So, wow. I'm going to be back in a few minutes after I'm done taking care of these 5 onions and, completely and totally washing my face. Alright. Got all that taken care of. And make sure you take the potatoes and squeeze them out. Put them in a towel, put them in a paper towel, squeeze them out, and get as much of the liquid out of them as possible at that point. And if you want to, you can do the same thing with the onions, but it's not absolutely necessary. You can just strain off a little bit of the liquid that forms in the food process. But, wow, those onions are strong. Anyway, alright, it's ready to go here, and the next part of this recipe, and I washed this container out. The next part of the recipe is adding the dry stuff and the eggs. Now I'm going to add the eggs first. Now the eggs, you're probably going to cringe when I tell you 13 eggs. Now the recipe calls for 15 medium eggs. I use large eggs, and actually I just realized that it says medium, so I have to cut back on the eggs, because I've been making it with 15 eggs. Don't need to do that. So I'm going to use 13 large eggs. Now you got to make sure that you don't crack them right into the bowl, because if you do crack them into the bowl, there's a chance that you can get some kind of shells in there. So just make sure crack them into a separate bowl and check for shells as you go along. Got all 13 of these nicely done, and just going to put them right in there. We're not going to beat them up or anything. They just go right in, just like that. Right? Now we're going to add the dry ingredients. Now the dry ingredients, we have baking powder, salt, pepper, sugar, matzo meal, flour, and baking powder. Did I say that? Yes. Yep, that's it. And this is going to get thrown right in. And all the measurements for all that will be in that recipe. Alright. Now, what do? We mix. This is so much fun. Just mixing this up. You might want something a little bit stiffer than this. Alright. And this is 2 more. Alright. It's now time to fry these up. Now, take a look. That's what the batter looks like. I would say batter. It's like a fritter batter. So, nice and loose, but not too loose. And it's got pretty good consistency to it. Now make sure if there are any big pieces of like onion or potato in there that you just pull those out. So you want a nice even texture to it.